Alrighty, let's go. Hello everybody, Jade Arrow here, and this time I have the second round between Nili and Daniel. And they are once again using the Wolo Kingdom full random map, and this is a really interesting one. It already looks pretty weird right off the start. But on the far left of the map, we have Nili, he's playing as the Malay, and over towards the right side, we have Daniel, he's playing as the Slavs. So this is a really weird map. It's like if you put land maps, put water maps, blended them all together, sprinkled in some salt and pepper, and threw it onto the screen. That's what you would get, pretty much. Yeah, this is really interesting. It looks like all the minerals are right next to the players. You can see, like, Daniel, all of his minerals are right here, and for Nili, his minerals are really close by. So, these two might be tempted just to wall up and play late game. Which, both of these civs are really good late game. From the Malay, you have the Mass Karambit Warriors, very strong, and you also have Swordsman line that doesn't cost any gold. And from the Slavs, you also have a very strong Swordsman line. The Malay don't get champions, whereas the Slavs do, though. And the Slavs also can get splash damage for their champions, or for all their infantry, with the Druzhina upgrade. And Slavs can also get the Boyar to deal with the Karambits. And both civs can get fairly good siege. I'm not sure how good the siege is. I'm not too familiar with the Malay. The Malay don't get Siege Onger and Siege Ram. And the Slavs, I'm just looking, they do. They don't get Bombard Cannon, though. So it's... I think the Slavs would just be better for the late game. With... if they just get, like, Siege and... If they get, like, Siege Onger and a whole lot of champions, then it's kind of difficult to stop that. So, we'll just have to see what they decide to do. You can see Daniel's scouting around here, whereas Nili's just trying to scout around at home, because they have no idea what this map looks like. And they realize that all their minerals are really close by at about this point. And yeah, both of them know that. So, Nili's decided to dock, as has Daniel. There's not a whole lot of fish out here, but there's enough that it's worth docking. There's about 10 fish. There's about 5 close enough to that dock, and then if you were to dock up here, there'd be a few more. So it's worth docking. If you have about 4 or 5 fish, then I think it's worth docking. So these guys have gone for fish and fast castle strategy is what it looks like. And we have 6 on wood, and another going over for Nili, and about the same from Daniel, except he's got more on food. But there's no reason not to go for a fast castle, really. You can see Nili's luring at the deer, so he's getting more food. He's also got fishing ships, as does Daniel, so they're going to have the food eco, and they have the gold that is really close by. Also the stone. So we're probably going to see Karambits and maybe Boyar. It's almost a guarantee, just because of how close the stone mines are. And there's also potential for like 3 or so town centers to go down. And these are great spots for these town centers. And I'm not sure where Nili's going here. He's probably going to put a lumber camp right over here. And Daniel's doing the same. Nili has advanced feudal age first, about the 8-minute mark, which is a fast castle time with 24 villagers. You can see he doesn't have the food that he needs. And seeing how he doesn't have villagers on food, it seems to me like he's going for galleys, and he doesn't know that it's not really worth going galleys on the water here. It's just a small pond here. I think, like, if we look at his scouting, I think he thinks that it's all water up to the top half of the map, and it goes around here, which is kind of unfortunate. And yeah, he's come out with fire galleys, but it's not worth doing. It's a small pond here, and Daniel hasn't even docked it. So that's kind of unfortunate scouting for Nili, because now he's wasting resources on these fire galleys, and he doesn't have his eco balanced to go for a fast castle strategy. And he has gone quite aggressive with his walling. He's walling way out here. So he wants the map control. And we have a bit of a scout fight here, and Nili's going to win that. Getting on the hill and also taking a bunch of damage off that scout. So even without the hill bonus, he'll still kill that scout. And Daniel is set up for a fast castle. He's got a stable out. He does have more on wood than I would think. So he's going to be putting down farms, and it looks like he's going for scouts. And just if you look at his eco, you can see that he's putting down farms, and he's got food that he's going to be going with some scouts. But Nili is walling up on this side, and he's going to be walling up on this side, so Nili's going to be walled up. And this is like the only fortunate thing about these fire galleys is Daniel can't really dock and get a transport out. That's what I was trying to say. So both of these guys have kind of different strategies here that aren't really going to do a whole lot, I don't think. Just because, like with the scouts from Daniel, they don't have a way to get into Nili's base. He's already stone-walled, and Nili has gone for water control, and there's like not really any reason to, just because it's just a small pond. And Daniel's over here with his dock. So I think it's just, it all comes down to the scouting. Like, neither of them scouted the map enough to go for a fast castle strategy. Daniel has quite a few farms out, so he's going to be thinking of going to Castle Age soon. And he's still creating scouts. Wait, I don't know why he's doing that. Like, being honest here, like, Nili has kind of walled him into his own base. And it looks like Daniel's going to try and get out here, but he's already blocked. So he can't go anywhere. And it looks like that may have been a forward, just to try and loop around. And Daniel's just going to call the GG. Again, very short game, but with these maps, it's you can't do anything. Like, Daniel went for scouts, thinking he could get over, and it didn't pay off. Just, he couldn't get a way in. And he knew that he went for scouts, and that threw his eco behind. But I don't think he knew that Nili's eco was kind of just as bad. He was a bit ahead, eco-wise, but didn't really have enough of an advantage. But Daniel didn't know that, so he just resigned. And that's it for the second round. It's currently 2-0 for Nili. In the first match, if you saw the first video, I was kind of confused as to why Daniel resigned early, but I didn't notice that Nili had killed his transport with a scout and 4 villagers in it. So that just solidified the defeat for him in the first game. So that's it for round 2, and I'll see you all in the next video for round 3.